We about to dress the culture. Yeah, we about to dress the culture, We about.
Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall, and this is Address the Culture. And today on the Culture, we checking out a video from Kevin Samuels. Now, he's a blogger, a lifestyle coach. He always giving people advice on, how they should live and, so on and so forth. I agree with the brother on some stuff, but some stuff, I feel, I don't know. But in this episode, he giving a woman some advice, and she feel like a man should pay certain things and so on and so forth. So I want to check it out, see what he say, and I'll be back to address the culture.
Your first name is Faith?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'll be 30 next month.
Okay, what do you got for me?
Well, I'm a single mom, and I think that it's okay with wanting a high value man. Like, I think it's okay.
You said you think it's what?
It's okay for me to, I'm about to start dating again, and I think that that's what I would like to date, and I think it's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, were you married?
Yeah.
How long?
4 years.
Okay. And was your husband a high value man?
He was working his way up to one, but no.
Okay. What does that mean?
He was starting businesses. He was a military man, and he was, getting off his feet. So.
All right. How many children do you have?
2.
All right. So, to the market, what you're basically saying is, hey, the man I married and had 2 children was not high value. But now I'm coming to the market, divorced, older, with 2 children, wanting a man who was financially better than the one I had 2 kids for.
Yeah. I know it sounds bad, but at the same time,
it sounds exactly like what it is. I don't fault you for wanting what you want, but the question always comes back, Faith.
Hold on. I just gotta stop you for a second, man. Hey, the smack was priceless. I'm just saying. Hey, that's big facts. When it's real, it's real. How you gonna come back out on the scene, a little bit older, a little bit more mature, you know what I'm talking about, and expect a major upgrade like that? That's kind of crazy, man. So I feel you on the smack. It should have been another one that came back across. Let's keep watching and see what's going on, because this finna get spicy. I can already tell.
Why should a high value man pick you versus picking? Okay, why should a high value man pick you versus picking a woman he can make his own children with?
That's true. I agree. Because when I had kids, I didn't want a man with kids also. So I agree. However, I'm just saying, I think that I think that I could get a high value man possibly. Just because I have kids, it's not going to make it like, oh my gosh, she has kids. And I was going to ask you a question.
Hold on. What city? What state are you in?
Alabama.
Oh, one of the poorest states in the union. You just think you can get a high value man? Do you know any high value men?
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you a question. This guy, he's talking to me, he's a high value man, and I was just trying to figure out, like, does he really like me?
Hold on. Did he just go in on Alabama? One of the poor states? Like, you gotta relax, dog. Shout out to Alabama, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just cause you in Alabama don't mean, you can't find a high value man. You know what I'm saying? But high value men won't high value women. That's just a fact. But my man be going so hard. He's hard. He goes in. This finna get even spicier. I can already check what type of time he on. Let's go. Let's keep watching.
Or is he just like probably wanting a booty call because he's high value, but
probably number two. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Probably number two.
He has no kids, and I'm just trying to figure out like
he has children.
No, he doesn't have any children.
Right, man. I mean, all right. So let's fast.
Like
Hold on. Listen. Do you have a son or a daughter? Do you have a son?
I have 2 boys, a 1 and a 2-year-old.
Okay, so let's fast forward 35 years, and your oldest son is an accomplished attorney making $400,000 a year, and you've had to work with your ex to put your son through, University of Alabama, through Harvard, through junior law, all that stuff. And he comes home and says, "Mama, I'm getting married to a woman, a woman with 2 kids." You're gonna say, "All right, son, I worked all my life for you to go do that."
I wouldn't.
Yes,
I wouldn't be happy at first. However, if she was
no, see, now stop right there. Stop right there. Why wouldn't you be happy at first?
Because I'll be like, you can start your own family. However, if that's what you want, let's
not go down to however. Let's keep on that path. You can start your own family because
that'll be the right thing to do. That's what I.
Not the right thing, the better thing, because you didn't raise your son and go through all that for him to take over some other person's bills.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
Welcome to you.
All right.
I'm sorry, man, but that's the truth. Are your children an asset?
I see what you're saying, but it's
but you still keep the but. Are your children? Listen. Are your children an asset to another man?
They can be.
I didn't ask if they can. How can they be?
Some guys just want to be stepdaddy.
No. Tell me how they can be an asset.
Can't tell you nothing right now. Can't think of anything. So you got me. You're right.
Not you got me.
Bottom line, man, you married a military guy. Why are y'all divorcing?
He was cheating, and we can't work it out because he's a narcissist. So
okay, narcissist has he had a clinical designation of narcissist? Or are you just saying that?
Clinical medication. Something's going on.
Narcissists lack empathy. Okay, so in narcissist is narcissist. He's been around children, so he has no. Okay, all right. I'm gonna say this, man. This whole high value thing has a lot of you ladies in a bad position. Man, you're in Alabama. You're a divorcee with 2 kids, and you want one. Do you care if he's black? The man is black.
I would prefer him to be black. Yeah.
And that means you want 8% of black men. 8%. 8% of black men earn over $100,000, and they don't really tend to live in Alabama. That's 8%, regardless as to the age. 8%, regardless as to their current marital status. 8%, regardless as to sexual orientation. And you didn't make babies with an 8% man. You made babies with a guy in the middle. Please explain to me why you want a guy who's so high up now. That's what I really want to understand.
I feel there's nothing wrong with wanting a stepdaddy with high value. Like, it's okay for me wanting my kids to go to private school. Like,
really?
If that makes, yeah. I think
tell me why. Tell me why it's okay.
Because if I find a guy and he's high value and he's okay with, I just don't see how it's like, oh, she got kids. I understand it is like more options out there, but it's just like, it's possible.
Really? So you don't see any problem, you don't see any issue with wanting your kids to go to private school that you cannot afford to pay for and your husband can't afford to pay for?
No, like, If that's what I'm
and see, I'm gonna tell you this. That's one of the issues in our community, that a woman like yourself could honestly come up and say, I don't see any problem getting somebody who had nothing to do with this to pay for the bill. That's that welfare state mentality.
No,
That's
it's
that.
not.
Listen. I'm not insulting you, man, but listen.
Wait a minute. Now see, when it come to my man, I be with him. On certain points. I be feeling him, because he do be speaking factual. I will give him that. You know what I mean? This man talk, this barbershop talk, and he be giving it to him in a raw, and I feel him on certain stuff. But when he start making it a black thing, a color issue, when he starts saying, see, this is the thing in our community, or this is the problem with black women, or this is the problem with, that's where he loses. Because it's not just the color thing, man. You know what I'm saying? If it's a woman issue, it's a woman issue. If it's a man issue, it's a man issue. When you make it that color issue and that bring that racial element into it, that's where you lose me, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything's not color. Everything's not black and white, man. Sometimes it's male and it's female. It don't have nothing to do with color, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going and let's see where he going with it, man.
You can't afford it. Your husband can't afford it. That means you don't get it. The only way you could get your kids in private school is to find somebody else who's willing to put your kids in private school. You want your kids in private school? Get a nanny, get a tutor, work with them to get them a scholarship. That's what you're supposed to do. Go get a second job. Go. Don't go get your hair done.
And that's another thing. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Okay. Ma'am, in this life, we get what we work, what we earn and work. You want somebody else to pay your bills. That is unfair. It is selfish.
How?
Because you don't have the money. And
you
can't afford to put your kids. Oh, Jesus.
Comes from money.
Okay, let me go ahead and grab this mute button. Because you said if somebody wants to come along and put your kids in private school, but you can't afford to put your kids in private school.
That's what you said. I didn't say that I can't afford.
But you said if somebody wants to come along and put your kids in private school, by implication, meaning they're going to be paying for it, not you. I'm not trying to place semantics.
That's true. Things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
exactly.
They'll be paying for it if they're my husband.
No, they're not your husband. They'll be your step.
If they were.
All right. So in other words, guys, pay attention. These are the women you need to pay attention to. These are the women that really don't care about you. Because you said it, ma'am, if it were your sons, you would want him to go start his own family. But you're I
don't like how you.
But I don't care, ma'am. The words came out the way you said. If they were your sons, you would want them to start their own families.
Yes.
But for you,
but I also said if they do want to be stepdaddy, they can be. So
that's not the point. Cool. I didn't ask it. No, again.
Sure.
Again, pay attention to what's going on here. It's because of her. It's not because it's what's right.
No,
it's not because of what's right or what's best.
No, you're trying to flip it.
I'm not flipping shit. I'm saying exactly what you're saying. It's not because of what's right or what's best. It's because of it's you. That's what it is. It's because of it's her. Think about what she's saying. I would want my sons to get the best possible, but I want you to pay for it, and that's fine. But what is he going to get for that? Me? And this is the mentality that guys are listening to, ladies, and saying, "Do y'all give a damn about it? Talk about narcissist? Did that woman sound like she cared about a man?"
All right. That's the end of the video, man. Now let me address the culture. Now, when we talking about women wanting high value men, you know what I mean? Especially black men, it is a low percentage of successful black men. You know what I mean? And that's a whole nother story. But when you are reaching out for those type of men, excuse me, you do have to understand that those type of men are looking for a certain type of woman. That's facts. You know what I mean? Like, let's call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? They're looking for a certain type of woman to accentuate what they already got going. You know what I mean? They're not looking for problems. They're not looking for baggage. Men who don't make that type of money not looking for that kind of stuff. So especially men who know they, you know, got it. You know what I'm saying? They know they moving in a certain type of way. They definitely looking for a woman of a certain caliber. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, a woman can put herself in a certain situation, a certain environment, you know what I'm saying, change her expectations, change her standards a little bit, and maybe she can find somebody that can fulfill her on a lot of the levels as well. You know what I mean? But my issue when it comes to Kev here, when he makes it a color thing, that's where you lose me at. You know what I'm saying? It's not black and white. You know what I mean? I don't like when he say, make statements like, see, that's what's wrong with you black women, or that's what's wrong with our community, or so on and so forth. Yeah, you know, in our community, we do have issues. Yeah, in our community, we do see things through different glasses because we done been through so much. So, you know, with that comes a certain level of understanding and maturity. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I think it's more of a male-female issue than a black and white issue. So when it comes to him making statements like that, that's where he tend to lose me, and he tend to do it a lot. But like I said, you let me know, because I'm always down for a good conversation, and you can catch me in the comments. So like, share, comment on this, you know what I'm saying? Let's chop it up. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to hear how you feel about the situation. This is your boy Big Wall, and this is Address the Culture. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are, so make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We out of here.
We about to dress the coach. Go tell a friend.